Now, it's a new day and we've got a new dog who's just arrived. I wanted to sort of take you through the process, literally as she's having her first walk down Hope Avenue. Her name is Valentina. She's beside me. She's a very sick dog, as you can see. She's incredibly skinny. She's an older dog, but it was actually a tourist who tipped us off to her. She's got no fur left. Her bones are sticking out and she's generally in a very bad way, Valentina. She's already been to the vets, but this video is just about explaining why we would take somebody like Valentina in, what the process is, why we wouldn't take other dogs in, what her chances are of getting better, because to be honest with you, she's very close to death's door, which is a scary place to be with a dog. But I also wanted to sort of explain that and the complications that come with dogs, how we think we can get her better, if we can get her better, and what the first steps are. If anything, she's a reminder of maybe Derek for people who've watched the channel for a little while, because you can see her fur is nearly non-existent, and she's also reminds me of Tina a little bit. If you look at her up close, little Valentina, her teeth are quite old. She's about 7 or 8 years old, but down here you can see absolutely no fur. But more the thing that worries me more is just how thin she is. Like, we've got a collar on her, even though I don't think she'd run away, but we just want to be careful. But you can see just like that's how thick her neck is. The neck is kind of the part that worries me the most. But Valentina is a very, very good dog. That's the one thing I would say about her. She's come in here and all she wants to do is rest and relax. I think she's at the end of the road, if I'm honest, and our job is to see if we can kind of get her back to some sort of normality. Now, what you can see, I think, with Valentina, the first thing that struck me as soon as we got her, obviously, was just how thin she is here. She's hardly got any skin, but also just how tired she is. You can see her leaning into me. She's exhausted. She's been battling for a while. What happens is she lives in an area where there's quite a lot of villas and tourists, and they'll feed these street dogs, which is great. Her friends are actually quite healthy. But what happens is they don't get taken to the vet. They don't get the preventative medicine. So food is important, but it's not the be all and end all. It's what they really need is the vet care. Like, I'm just feeling her bones there, and it's like going across a really sharp, jagged edge. Like that's her ribs. There's nothing to her. She's still very hot. She's got fungal infections in her ears, which I can feel her ears are all bloated up. She's got blood parasites, so in her blood, that's what's making her absolutely so weak. And what else has she got wrong with her? She's got anemia. I can never say that word, which means her blood's very thin. But the main things that we're going to do with her, obviously we've got medicines for her, which the vet prescribed, but I do think that just as important as medicine sometimes is the safe place to sleep. I've never seen a dog come in and sleep so much. She's like Derek. Derek was the same when he came in. She is exhausted. Like, you can see her little face. But I know from previous experiences, what happens is they'll start to perk up. You can see her eyes. Like, I know in under those eyes will liven up in a little while. The bath made her feel better straight away, so we gave her a medicated bath, which is just some nice shampoo that helps to start to treat her skin. That'll take a couple of months to grow. The smell, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't want to say anything bad about Valentina, but the smell is bad. It reminds me of Derek. If I rub down here, her skin comes off in my hand in big chunky flakes, which is unfortunate for her, but I do think she's got a very positive outlook. Like I was saying, if we can get her good food, good rest, the simple medicines, those are the things that are going to make the biggest change to Valentina's life. You can see there's a really good dog in there. Like, I can see the start of a smile coming, but it's gonna take a while because she's very, very tired. The reason we can take a dog like her in is because we have space, but also there's a clear path for her recovery. She has a safe place to live. Like, the dogs where she lived are in very good shape, but she just needs this medical care. She's too old to get adopted. Like, there's no way she could fly across the world, or, she's not going to be adopted. She's lived her whole life on the streets. But what we can do is give Valentina a wonderful shot at life. What I love about her as well is, I didn't notice it, but at the start, a few people commented that she looked like Tina, you know, her hair, and I could see that, and just how skinny she is here. And then it was the tourist's daughter who asked if we could call her Valentina, because she came in on Valentine's Day. And then just as I was reading it later that night, I was like, Valentina. And Tina is the last 4 letters. So no dogs could ever compare to Derek or Tina, but I can see a lot of Derek and Tina in her. Like the smell of her is like Derek, the look of her skin is like Derek, and her just smile and ribs reminds me of Tina. And the good news is those previous dogs have taught me, like with Derek at this stage or Tina, I was so nervous, but I'm not nervous for her. I know she's going to make a good recovery. I know she's going to get the best care, medicines. I know she just needs to sleep. We don't need to do much with her. Just let her sleep and have a good time with food and rest. So it's a hard start at the moment for Valentina in life. This walk, I can tell, has just really taken it out of her. I mean, I probably shouldn't even take her for a walk. She's happy in her little suite. She's in Derek's old suite, believe it or not. So the reason I took her out is I just wanted to familiarize herself. I think that's a big thing. Like, she's a dog and you've just come along and picked her off the street, and I always think they must think like, where the hell am I? Like, she's figured out already that she's in a good place. She's getting food and love and care, but sometimes I just wonder what's going through their heads, and I just like to spend a bit of time with them walking to just show her that everything's going to be okay, really. And it is going to be okay. Valentina will be here, I would say. I've got her in at the moment for 30 to 45 days. Like, that's what the medical treatment will take, but I have a suspicion it might take 60 to get her fur back and to get a pep in her step. She's low on energy at the moment, but you'll see a day very soon where she's running around the place. Maybe not running, she's old, but she'll definitely be having a good life. And the good thing about her is she's no problems with other dogs. It's absolutely no problems with other dogs. So I've walked her past Cindy, Eve, all the gentle dogs. Like, they didn't even flinch. I think the dogs, I know this, the dogs can sense when another dog is sick, and they don't try to protect their territory or fight over food. They give the dog space, which is what they've done with little Valentina. Angelina was another one who was on the street. So that's her welcome video. Hopefully you're going to be seeing her improve. You can see she's so malnourished, but there's a big smile on that face that'll be covered in fur one day soon. So from me and Valentina, if you could hit the subscribe button and follow along for more videos like this one, it would be massively appreciated, wouldn't it, darling? We'll get you back in for a sleep now.